Talk about it all here on the Jordy Culotta Show. Make sure and hit that like button, share button, comment button.
You know, one thing about Jaden that I've tried to talk to him about is tightening his chin strap. Because he doesn't tighten it, so every time he gets hit, it looks like his helmet's all messed up. And it's like, oh, God, he just got rocked.
For the win! Caught! It's good! LSU does it!
After fucking Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, boys. Are you kidding me?
Well, LSU fan came stuck his spike in my booty.
That motherfucker hard!
Fan brought his 2 grandkids by and literally was just 30 seconds, just wanted to say thank you for the team and the season and what you did and how much it means to everybody here is truly what makes LSU special.
Yeah. Coach Kelly, we're official.
Finally,
I'm
get a
telling
chance to meet you.
Thought I had to get a private audience with the Pope. It's Jordy.
Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. Yeah, you see the notification. We about to go live. We got all your favorite guests. We got them in line. It's the Jordy Culotta Show. Come have a good time.
Tearing up, answering the question, and I thought, my God, if she gets offered this job, she's going to take it.
It's just a crazy, fun time at LSU right now. Isn't this what everybody loves?
From the boot to the east to the west coast. No matter where we at, we open up the phone lines. Come and join the show. Make sure you tell your friends about Jordy Culotta Show. Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go! All right. Nice start. Big day. Nice start.
It's the Jordy Culotta Show. Come have a good time.
Coach, it's great to meet you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you for the time.
All right. Good morning and welcome in here on this Wednesday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show. Are we not up yet? Okay. Lloyd's throwing me off with these hand motions behind the dish.
Oh, if I had a nickel.
It is a holiday today. Obviously, yesterday was Mardi Gras. Today is Lloyd's birthday.
Get your
So everybody-
ashes for me.
Everybody wish Lloyd a happy birthday. Christian went and picked up some nice cupcakes for the young Lloyd back there.
Yes.
But good to see Lloyd's
I
face on his
don't
birthday.
know how old I am. I think 33.
Oh my gosh.
You don't remember what year you were born?
92, dog.
92. So you would be
33.
That's kind of sad.
Is it really?
I don't know.
How
I mean, what do you think about? I
do
mean,
you
Christian,
feel
how
older?
old are you?
19.
You think 33? Do you think this?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Still
no,
the
you're
money.
still, you still got it.
So
Still
get
got
your
your bill
ashes
on
for
it.
me.
I don't think that's the point.
It's the perfect symbolism.
Lloyd's birthday, of course.
Yeah, everybody's been
But-
walking around town looking dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't understand the people that get the ashes and keep them on for the entirety of the day.
It's like a thing.
Don't ask me. I'm
not sure
a part
why,
of this
but like it's like a
conversation.
thing.
Yeah, it's like a point of pride.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, wash your fucking face. Like, you just be dirty all day?
I don't think that's the point.
I guarantee you, no shade, but I will say it. I guarantee you Moscona has ashes on from 3 to 6. Like, he's going to keep them on, no doubt. He just seems like the guy.
I mean, I don't know the ins and the outs, but
I'll have
Brian
mine on,
Burgess
but I'll,
says Lloyd 33 looking like 53. LOL.
That's right.
How was your night last night? You did a little sit down with Lon.
I did.
How was that?
There was we laughed, we cried, we laughed some more. Kind of recapped the old journey. I think I took over the show a little bit. It wasn't my fault. I'm not used to being interviewed. I'm used to interviewing.
Right.
So I kind of flipped it on its ear a little bit.
There you go.
But it was a great time. Had a blast with Lon. He wants to come and wants to come on the show. So we'll get him. I was like, we'll do a little home and home.
Would love it. Yeah, Lon, that's awesome. 100%. No shit. Shout out to Lon.
Shout out to Lon. Spent my birthday with Lon Sullivan.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Did a little interview.
But don't forget, every day we're brought to you by R&B Builders. They build the Jordy Culotta Show every single morning. We're at Bourgeois and the crew. Phone line is brought to you by Southern Regional Medical Center. Today, I think we've got Nick Underhill to close it out at 8:30 today. We will have more. We'll know that officially as the show goes on. We hear back. And then every single day, get Gordon, get it done. We're part of the G Squad. Gordon McKernan, Louisiana's big truck injury lawyer, the NIL king here in the state of Louisiana, not just LSU.
I need to get Roe back on some Gordon merch. Like,
that would be.
Obviously, we have. Throw that one, like, show him that one real quick. Like, what if we did that with, like, a bunch of little 8s?
A bunch of little 8s?
Like 8, 8,
so
8, 8,
you're doing a little, like a marketing deal over here.
Yeah, that's what I'll pitch it out loud.
Okay. Yeah, check this bad boy out.
But, like, imagine that shirt, but for Gordon.
If you zoom in here, see we've got Tigers.
We got the old Capitol.
We've got the Capitol. We've got
Or is that the
Tiger
clock?
Stadium.
That's the clock tower.
No, it's the state capitol.
Oh, it should be the clock tower.
Or maybe it is the clock tower. I don't know. It looks eerily similar to both in this.
That's a clock tower.
Is it?
Yeah, the 3
Are you
doors
sure?
at the bottom, the 3 like openings.
And then it's got the PMAC. It's got Tiger Stadium.
It's campus, baby.
It's got Alex Box. It's got the bridge. It's got the whole deal. Beautiful. It's got stately oaks and broad magnolias. But
Promo code Tigers.
TIGERS 20% off. Christian's even in on the party this morning wearing a little row back.
Sleeves are big.
You're tiny.
Is it the sleeves' fault or is it your fault?
Well, it's not that long, but the sleeves are long. So is it really my
Give it
fault?
away to your date this weekend.
Yeah, Christian has a date on Friday.
Yeah. Not really a date, a dance.
Whatever.
Oh. Can I pet that dog?
Matthew Conkle, model it for us,
Choke
Noah.
that turkey.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. Look how red his face is. That's awesome. You just got a spray tan in like a matter of seconds.
I'm a tomato.
Don't let her squeeze it that hard.
That is awesome.
Choke that turkey.
That is awesome.
I think
This is the men's short sleeve polo. The LSU Baton Rouge is what it's called, Matthew. Check that out. Look at that. That's top tier stuff.
I'll talk to Gordon about, because look at the Christian, flip that hat around real quick. Like, what if you did a bunch of little Jellos
Jello
on there
shots
too?
on the back. That'd be a great Omaha edition
Yes,
type deal. That
I'm
would be
telling
awesome.
you.
What about the G?
Your brain's
The G would
working.
look
The
good
G,
too.
of course.
Yeah. We could do it. Now we can just do this version with all of those.
We
do the G, Jello shots, and the 8s.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, look at Lloyd's marketing brain working.
At 33, I've really turned a corner.
You have. I can see a difference in you from yesterday.
I just had to drink that Gatorade.
laying
down. And then I didn't set my alarm, and I woke up and I was like, this is delicious. Like, I have to go.
That's awesome. What a way to start your birthday. LSU baseball got your birthday started off right last night with a win.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to see too much of it. Obviously, like I said, Central High School playoff game last night. We lost power at about 4:30.
So did LSU baseball.
Yep. So game time was 6. 4:30, we're in there getting the guys kind of warmed up, whatever. School power shuts off. Did not come back on until 5:45. So we got up to 15 minutes until game time. No power. We had a line of fans outside the school. We're calling the electric, like we're trying to figure out what. And then we start letting fans in to get comfortable. And power right back on. Tip off in 30 minutes. Let's go. So made it happen. But that's why I didn't really get to watch the baseball game. I saw the end of it. I listened to it on the car ride home. I've watched some this morning. But Lloyd, I'll let you take it away. What did you see last night?
Oh man, I was able to watch. I was doing I was watching with one eye on the screen while I was doing that interview with Lon, which was actually started the interview before, unbeknownst to me. We did it on like Zoom or live stream, whatever you want to call it. Oh, could you imagine if somebody saw that?
Could you maybe
Noah, do you think somebody's gonna? Are you serious? Like somebody's gonna zoom in and look at?
You never know, dude.
One.
Stop.
But no, but I was doing the interview.
Turn it back around.
I was doing the interview with Lon, which was a blast, and right before it starts, I thought right before it starts, LSU was down like 7-1. And I was like, how the fuck do you bet on LSU baseball during how do you get a live bet in? And he's like, the stream started. And I was like, oh, well, if anybody out there knows how to bet on LSU baseball,
let me know.
I had a feel they were going to come back. Bad, sloppy win for the Tigers. Yeah. Even when they got down, it did feel like that it was never, they don't panic. And we were talking about this yesterday. We're like, I wouldn't be surprised if they do drop a game but they got 5 more, now 4 more. Another one with North Dakota State again today, another tilt. And I would not be surprised, like I said, just because of the amount of high-stress baseball that you just played, to have like a little bit of a clunker against North Dakota State wasn't shocking to come out the way that you did. A little troubling if we're going to evaluate every game the way that we are with 83 pages on Tiger droppings about the LSU baseball team. Good Christ.
That's awesome.
I would love to. We'll probably go through this because I'm on page 7, and it's not. We're just getting negative.
Yeah,
we're getting there. Page 83, good win. Tigers look good in pinstripes. So I was like, oh, I'll bet, buddy. Why don't you start posting more? Got to cover up some of these bad ones,
please.
But it was LSU. This is the second. You're starting to see a theme here where LSU kind of cardiac catch. They get down, and then you never really get nervous. You watch, they got down, 5-0 against Nebraska.
Right.
Had an extra innings win over Kansas State. And then Sam Houston State, they got the lead, but then almost choked it away where it became much closer. But they get down a ton early.
7-1.
7-1. And if there's anything that was, I guess notable in terms of if you want to be negative, the pitching has come back down to earth a little bit. Wherever you had, 3 walks through 5 games. And now you're starting to see them kind of load up the bases a little bit with some that was going to happen. Eventually, water finds its level to where you're not going to pitch it like that. But to see LSU be able to come back, play offense the way that they are, that's what they're going to do. They're always going to put runners on base, and and now they were able to capitalize on just turning this thing over because it feels like you're starting to see a little bit of what your lineup is.
100%.
You're starting to it's starting to feel very familiar with who's playing where and who's batting where, which was the biggest question I would say, throughout last year and now into this year of what's Chris Blair say? He was the biggest problem that LSU's too talented. That's Jay's biggest question mark to ask is how do you kind of coach this thing up when you have so much talent on your roster? You're starting to see a little bit of this thing turn over in terms of you're seeing some Like you're seeing Stanfield and center batting 9. You're seeing Curiel.
Those first 3.
Yes, like that's all starting to become very familiar. Yep. So that the more that they get those reps, and the more it starts to look like that. And I'm not saying it's going to stay that way. Like you saw Larson coming in pitch hit, and he struck out on 4 pitches, but that's because he's pressing to try to get a hit because he wants to play.
Right.
Like you'll see like still some of the lineup get sprinkled in with guys that are like, hey, here's your opportunity, and they will pinch hit depending on. And we talked to Jay about this, and it makes a ton of sense. Like, guys, like trust me that I'm looking at like more than you probably are. Which is totally fair, right? Like,
100%.
Who's to say that he's not looking at analytics and matchups and who's better versus left-handed pitching versus right-handed pitching? Like, trust the man.
Just play baseball.
And that's what a lot of people want to treat it like that. And it's like baseball has come a long way.
Yes.
And it was probably one of the first sports to be analytically driven. And it's always been a numbers game.
Right.
And so trust me and trust him that he's got numbers on all this stuff. Like, he's not just throwing a lineup together.
No.
He's looking at what you do versus left-handed pitching, right-handed pitching, whatever it may be other than that, like where you are in the lineup. Like, he's looking at all of the numbers. Trust the man on how to coach this thing up. But it is nice to see a little bit of familiarity in the lineup with like these guys that have earned playing time and have kind of like carving themselves out a spot.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Catcher is still an issue.
100. That's what I was just about to get to. There's also a few things that you want to see get cleaned up. Obviously, Ware's stats on the night, which I was a little surprised to see Connor Ware get the start last night, just, thinking that he's, like you said yesterday, Lloyd, he's probably going to get mixed in on these weekend rotations a little bit more. So I was surprised to see him get the nod last night. He goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 3 base on balls, 5 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches. Not the best start, but there were some defensive struggles where, and Jay talked about it in his presser after the game, was there were some plays to be made defensively that weren't when you could have gotten out of that first and second inning a little bit earlier than you did to kind of get in a better rhythm and rotation. Didn't happen. Jaden Newt comes in, only pitches 1/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned with a walk, no strikeouts. Primo comes in for an inning, 2 runs, 1 earned. Dorsey comes in for 2 innings, pitches well. And then the 2 guys that close it out, Cowan with 2 2/3 and Evans with the save at the end to shut it down. I thought you've seen a lot from Cowan and Evans. When I saw Jay go to 26-20 at the end of that game, he was essentially saying, we're going to go ahead and take care of business right now and close this out. Those are obviously 2 arms that Jay trusts immensely when you're talking about Zach Cowan and Kason Evans. And I thought Cowan was excellent. Came in the game, 3 strikeouts, just put zeros up on the board when LSU needed it, and LSU was able to come out with a win. Talking about the catcher position, obviously a lot's going to be made with Aaron Beatty behind the plate. He gets a big 2-run home run with 2 outs early in the game, but some of these wild pitches that were had were not exactly the pitcher's fault, because there were some that should have been caught or blocked up, and they weren't. And Lloyd, in your opinion, what is it? What's going on? Is he not seeing it well? Is it just the pressure? Is it a bad mix between maybe he's not the guy to go with these pitchers?
No, it's not that. I think it's moving fast for him. He's a freshman back there where obviously as talented as anybody in the country, like was a top, I believe, like 5 ranked catcher coming out of high school. Had professional offers to, like, he could have gone to the bigs if he wanted to, and by bigs I mean like get drafted by Major League Baseball.
Right.
Like, he was that talented. You can see he has all the tools, all the intangibles, and it just feels like it feels like he's getting like almost crossed up somehow. And when he's calling the pitches, he's aware of what's coming.
Right.
But you saw this like in a lot of the inter squad games too, where even if it was like a breaking ball down or something that wasn't just anything but a fastball, like he struggled to kind of block it up. But this is somebody that is uber talented, and whenever you are as skilled as he is, like he hasn't had to work on this. Like whenever you're as good as you are at baseball for 4 years in high school, like he never really had to work on the minutia of the game. Like, talent wins out at some point. But now you're starting to see when you have to do it consistently, that's what makes it hard. And the real issue is now the pitchers don't trust you.
Right.
And so once it trickles into that part of baseball where I don't trust you to like that I can bury this thing, I start second guessing myself of how fine I need to be on the mound. And that's the worst case scenario because now you're overthinking it, you're overthrowing it. Regardless, like that's the one thing, the most important thing a catcher can establish with a pitcher is trust.
100%.
Like you saw it last year, you saw it. Like we were spoiled. Like Milazzo,
oh my gosh!
Like and people now that people are finally starting to realize how good Milazzo was. Like it took you, I guess, to see something else to be like, God, what a treat that was. That whenever you wanted to shit on the guy all year last year because he threw one off his right foot going left, like he sailed it right against with 2 outs in the ninth. God forbid, he shouldn't even be able to get to that baseball. But you're starting to see that part of the game, like the finer things, whether it's being able to block it up or establishing a relationship with a pitcher that is like trickling into, I don't know if I can bury this thing or throw this thing as hard as I want into like this spot. Like that's what made Milazzo so good. He was like, trust me, I'll block it up. Like whatever happens,
100%.
I'm keeping this baseball in front of me. You see it get a little wild. And I'm not trying to have like a shit on Beatty session, but it just was one of the things that stuck out because there's plenty of other things that were great.
Right.
When like Dickinson continues to stay hot, Curiel continues to be like your leadoff guy, and then you had Jake Brown, Ethan Fry, Mick Paul, Ashton Larson all coming and hit. You got David Hogg in there.
Yep.
Like, and then Milam is as hot of anybody in the country right now swinging the stick. And your defense, aside from what you had at catcher, I think you had one. I think we were also getting a little spoiled by Stanfield at center.
Yep.
Like Boots one that probably wasn't an error, but shouldn't also be able to get to that baseball either. So like
we
a lot of
spiked a double play ball.
Yeah.
At one point in the game, and kind of
it was sloppy. It was a sloppy game that they, like I said, you come back from a Frisco championship where everything cardiac cats,
right?
And you had like it's hard to get up for a game where it rained all day. Like they probably at some point were like, I don't know if we're playing today.
100%.
And then you have to like, no, we're
going.
The
mental fight.
Yeah. And so you wake up and you're like, all right, it's what, 8 o'clock? 6:30 was like first pitch, and from 12 to 5 it rained all day.
Yep.
And then you're like, we're playing. It's like, oh fuck, okay. And then you get taken to task by North Dakota State early on, who they've been inside all day.
Right.
As Paul Baderi used to say. Like, they wanted this game. Like, they play probably their first, they're 1-10. They probably play their first 30 games on the road. Like, they can't play at North Dakota right now.
Oh, my gosh.
So, this is, for them, what an opportunity to be able to go to Alec Box and try to get a win against the number one team in the country, newly minted.
Right.
And if you're worried about LSU baseball, which you shouldn't be, 12-1, number one team in the country, depending on what poll you look at. A lot of teams dropped yesterday, too.
Yes.
There was a lot. Like
Florida got run-ruled by UCF.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, and
A&M lost.
And Jay said it in his – A&M keeps losing. Jay said it in his presser, I think it was kind of in his opening statement, you were bound to have a clunker at some point.
Yeah.
He was glad that you had one and you found a way to come back and win it. Like, to me, that you learn a lot about your team in the fact that they can go out there, kick balls around, not block it up, wild pitch, not make the plays, miss, errors here and there, throwing errors, fielding errors, all of it. And then you still show up when it matters and find a way to win the baseball game. Regardless of who the opponent is, it's still baseball. And you go down 7-1 and turn around and perform the way that you did, whether it's Aaron Beatty's big home run, Dickinson stepping up to the plate and hitting one out when he had the opportunity. Bases loaded at the end with a tied baseball game. It was 9-9, and the bases are loaded. Milam steps up and rips a double to score 2 to give you the lead. And then you're able to put it in Kason Evans and Zach Cowan's hands at that point at the end of the game. Like, the offense, although defense made mistakes early in the game, the offense kind of pushed through, made the plays when they needed it, and you were able to get it to two pitchers that Jay trusts more than anybody.
I was a little bit surprised to see him go to
Cowan.
Not only Cowan, but Kason Evans again.
Right.
Like, obviously, like there's no debate.
Riley Cooper treatment.
Yeah, like, you're going to pitch.
Yeah.
You're the closer, and he comes in another big time situation to get a save and get a win. But that's 3 times now where it feels like he's come in, at least 2 that I can like absolutely point to and go, man, that's kind of short rest for him to come in because you
Right.
saw the velo down, and at some point, like you would have to not want to be in these positions where you feel like you have to throw him.
Right.
But Zach Cowan and more evidently, like Case and Evans being in these situations where it's big time baseball, like you're the guy I'm calling on, and he continues to get you
Make it
wins.
happen.
Yeah,
Right.
continues to get you saves. But I would hope at some point LSU's able to kind of stretch this thing out, not have to use him for a couple of days.
My next question for you, because obviously last night they pitched Ware, Newt, Primo, Dorsey, Cowan, Evans. Who do they pitch tonight?
Myers? I thought he was going to
Myers
throw
from
yesterday.
Nichols. Yep, the Nichols transfer. Obviously, to me, if they're going back to Kaysen last night, I'm assuming Gavin's not healthy and ready
I think
to
they're
go.
waiting for the weekend.
Okay.
I'm
That's probably smart.
That'll be a question that you continue to get.
Of course.
I would love to see him at some point either today or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Because you don't want his first action to be, or it could be I don't know what they're going to do with him because now that he's coming off injury, I would not expect them to start be a starting pitcher. That was
Right.
that was the debate going into how you're going to use Gavin Guidry. But now it's crazy how quickly baseball turns into baseball. Like, you need another arm.
Right.
And it's like you have arms
everywhere
falling out the pen.
Right.
And now it feels like, well, we need one more guy. And Gavin Guidry can be that guy out the pen. You've seen it multiple times. Like, I'm not worried about his ability to do anything whenever it comes to like high leverage baseball. That's what you have him for.
Right.
But I wouldn't expect to see him until maybe the weekend and just like not a high leverage spot. Like, just get your work, get live ABs, be able to work without having to high stress on your body, if that's what it's a middle body injury. That's how Jay phrased it, because they said upper body's like, well, literally the middle. It's chest.
Yeah, right.
And so that's obviously something that you don't feel like you have to worry about too much, but I would like to see him in a role where it's like get 2 innings of work, kind of breeze through it, and get yourself comfortable on the mound again, because he hasn't thrown yet this year.
Yeah, no, you haven't seen him at all so far. And so, like we said, I mean, this was a stretch of baseball. When you go back
to
when you go back to the Omaha series, where you played Omaha Friday, 2 games on Saturday, you got Monday off, Nichols on that Monday, then you travel to Texas right after, and you go Dallas Baptist on Wednesday, day off, Kansas State, Nebraska, Sam Houston State, 2 days off to travel back. Now you're going 2 games back to back, and then you still got a weekend series coming up. That's so much baseball.
And I guess the silver lining of all, it's all at home now.
Right.
You have 5 straight home games, and then you'll have a weekend series against Missouri at home. So you'll have technically 9 games, 10 games at home.
Right.
So the travel's gone, but that's a ton of baseball that you're playing, and
not only
it's good for you.
Not only is it a ton of baseball, is you've had to use a lot of arms to get wins in these games. When you're talking about an 11 inning game against, 10 inning game against Kansas State, you're having to come back against Nebraska. Hallelujah, Ianson's able to go 6. Because if you look back and he can't, if he gets pulled after 3 or 4, and you have to go deeper into the bullpen, you'd be screwed going in tonight probably. And then you obviously against Sam Houston State, they started to mount a comeback. And then last night, you have to pull it back in and use a lot of different arms. So, I mean, this is such a massive stretch of baseball
Primo
for
getting
LSU.
a lot of run.
You need
Your
a lefty.
guy.
You need a lefty. To me, and I love DJ.
Jay loves him.
Right, and you need a lefty. And DJ is a gamer. Like, he loves baseball, but he loves the moment and things like that. But right now, I mean, you have, 2 lefties? Him and Cooper Williams, the freshman. Mm-hmm. Those are your only 2 real guys from the left side.
Last year, you had
a plethora of
6
lefties, and so you need something from the left side. And I mean, obviously there was some left to be desired from DJ last night, but I thought he had a better. Yeah, Cade Woods,
Cade Anderson.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's your starting guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just another lefty because somebody will say something. I'm sure.
Course. No, out of the pen. I mean, you've got 2. And that makes it kind of difficult, and you need them to find some semblance of a rhythm. And I think that's why he keeps getting so much run. It's just like just need him to find it.
Just different.
And I think Williams will probably go tonight because you want them to find their rhythm to be big-time guys on the weekend.
Yeah, so wouldn't be surprised to see Myers or Mayers. He's only pitched twice, so I mean I haven't been able to
listen to
he pitched
the opening game.
2 innings.
Yep.
But regardless, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go, and then I would hate to waste him, but Schmitty.
Right.
Also, he didn't throw a ton whenever he was asked to pitch on the weekend.
Right.
And so he probably still is very much fresh. So you might see that a combination of, because Myers kind of gives you the same thing that like you've been struggling with right now, which is being able to consistently throw strikes. That's not his calling card. He has electric stuff, but doesn't find the zone that often.
Was it 76 walks at Nichols?
76 or 86 is one of the two, but he had like 106 strikeouts. Right. So, like you had said, you're getting one or the other, and it's a mixed bag. But just like I'd like to see him throw more. Than you still have like Rizzi kind of got introduced to big time baseball, where he got hit around a little bit and like had some walks. But I would imagine some combination of Schmidt, Myers.
God, it's tough, isn't it?
Dorsey, Fontenot.
Yeah, which Dorsey pitched last night. Did Fontenot get in last night? No, it was Dorsey after Primo. But yeah, no, I mean you're really stretching out this bullpen.
Yeah.
Because I mean you pitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys last night.
But if you learned anything, offense continues to put up like double-digit runs.
Yes.
So you have to feel good about that. Like this isn't the time to like be worried about how many runs you're giving up, but you should be able to match against North Dakota State, North Alabama, Xavier, even Missouri. Like if you can find if you want to find like a positive, because I'm sure a lot of people are more negative today than they should be, but LSU won. Like your offense continues to mash, and you still haven't had. If anything, it's been Daniel Dickinson.
Right.
And Milam, like your middle infield.
Yeah, stepping up and making plays. I mean, they score 4 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth, 2 in the eighth.
Yeah. That'll play anywhere.
Yep, 100%. 100%. In the third, it was the Milam, he grounds into a double play, but Jared Jones scores. And then Brown reaches on the fielding error. Dickinson scores. And then Aaron Beatty hits the 2-run shot to get those 4 runs up. And then obviously in the fourth, Dickinson homer. In the bottom of the sixth, you have the fielder's choice that scores Curiel. Milam doubles to score Jared Jones. And then in the eighth, Milam doubles again to score 2. So your middle infield 100% is one, obviously over this past weekend, playing such good defense. And then last night, you're seeing them continue to stay hot at the plate. Huge. Absolutely huge for the Tigers. So I'll be interested to see what the game plan is tonight. And to me, even more important tonight, even when you're talking about the pitching and things like that, is the mindset of, one, you were tired going into last night. You're definitely going to be tired after last night. How locked in is this team? And I trust Jay to have them locked in. But like he said in his press conference, they're still 18 to 21-year-old kids. And you can only have them so ready to play, especially when they look across and they see a team with a record of 1-10.
Right.
That you just
show up and you'll probably win.
Right. And so what mindset is tonight? Are they going to get back into another clunker and have to fight back for a win? Or are they just going to show up and dominate?
I mean, I'm looking through like some of his quotes. Like, I don't think we've played like that through 12 games. I would imagine the only other time it's looked like that through at least 5 innings was Omaha, wherever you were getting shut out. They had a perfect game through 6.
Yep.
And you were kind of like looking around going, where's this offense going? Like, what are you doing? A lot of questions. And then they were still in the bottom of the 9th. They're able to put together and score 5 runs.
Right.
And almost make a comeback. But like this was their second showing that wasn't as like that's not as they're a better baseball team than that. But when you have a guy like Jay that's at the helm, like obviously he's going to coach it up. I'll look at some things to make sure that all of this is cleaned up. That's part of the job to fix things you don't do well. But we have great players. They're better people. I'm very proud of them for coming back and winning the game. I'm really proud of them tonight. Like that's that's a throwaway at the end because he loves to say that they're great people. I don't give a fuck if they're good people or not. But The comeback is what's important.
Yes.
And, like, he trusts everybody, like, where they are in this lineup. And Casey Evans might be your, most valuable pitcher at this point?
Yes.
Which is crazy to think that he's been – look, he was a top 15 shortstop from Texas as a freshman. And then you'll continue to go back and look at Jay's quotes about Casey Evans whenever he was recruiting him. And he tells the story like that was a massive, like that's one of those like deal from the have to.
Yes.
Like I have to get this kid. And you're starting to see why it's paying off for him in that way because he's been huge for you. Cowan is a crazy piece to add.
Right.
Where you can just put him in like a
JC's
midweek.
one of the best in the country. And you're pulling him out the bullpen.
Yeah, he was a Friday night starter.
Right.
From Wofford. But like it is a testament to like I see the comments about Larson, he is pressing, but throughout the lineup and who you put in at certain situations, like they're all bought into just winning baseball.
Right.
And last year you saw it where people couldn't get comfortable in the lineup because they never knew when they were playing. That's still a part of the conversation. But if they're all bought in that same way to win a national championship, then you don't care if you're coming in with, in the fifth.
Right.
Versus starting the game and having 2 at-bats. Or like you even can go back to Jake Brown at the, I think it was the North Dakota State game. He was 2 for 2 and gets yanked. Like, that's part of it. That's where they are. Like, I need to see some of these other guys play, and they all seem to be bought into it, and that's testament to coaching and also the mindset of this team where, like, I guess it is important for them to be good people.
Right.
Because that could be, like, a very selfish spot to be like, I'm
100%.
not coming out. I don't want to, driving to the ballpark every day, I don't know if I'm playing or not.
Yeah.
And that could, wear on you as a baseball player because you need that consistency. But to know that, okay, if I'm not going to start, I'll probably play. Like, there's 2 different ways to look at it.
Right. And it seems like they all have the correct mindset about it. Because if they...
Tanner Reeves continues to get run.
Right. And like Lloyd said, if they didn't have the right mindset about it, you would be able to tell. Like, you would be able to see one in the at-bats. Like, you saw Larson kind of press a little bit last night. That's a rarity. Usually they come in, they step up, they make it happen regardless of the situation. And that's the mindset of a championship caliber baseball team, baseball program. And it's put in place by the head coach. And Jay Johnson's done such an excellent job because to me, it's the communication from the head coach and the trust you have in your coach to believe, okay, he's going to do what's best for me. I understand and believe what he has in store, what he's going to do to take care of business. And they keep making things happen. They keep finding ways to win, regardless of who's at the plate, regardless of who's on the mound. They make things happen, and it's good to see. And I'm excited to watch them again tonight because
they might.
It's a big opportunity.
Might be belt to ass.
Yeah, because and I like what Brian Burgess said in the chat. He said, I don't think we will see 2 clunkers in a row.
No, it's gonna be
not with Jay Johnson at the helm.
No. I think that was like you can't even call it a wake-up call because you just won the Frisco championship. You got a belt and all of that, but that belt is going to be put to ass. Like, all right, we're not playing like that again. It might be a 10-run rule.
Yeah, no, and to me that it's exactly what it should. Like, if that's what you go out and do tonight, you're just showing the country that you are the number 1 team because that's what they do. They go handle business, even when you're shaking off a nasty one like last night.
Boof.
Come back out, take care of business. So what do you want to see tonight, Lloyd, improved significant, just from last night? Like, what are some key things?
I felt like that was kind of apparent that they were going to kind of walk through that game a little bit, like sleepwalk through it.
Yeah.
But defensively, they've been so good. I would expect that to be ticked up a little bit. And this third base position is up for grabs. Like, catcher and third base are the 2 spots on the team where you're looking at it going, all right, there's 2 guys there that kind of somebody take it. Tanner Reeves, I see Glimmer.
Yeah.
Is a good hitter. Yeah, he hit 400 2 years in a row. And I mean, I know it was small-time baseball. It's not LSU.
Baseball. Still a round ball and a round bat.
Right. It's not easy. But if he picks it up defensively, and you'll see Brazzi at some point, because like we said yesterday, he hit over 300 last year. But that's the 2 positions I look at. Like, Reeves is making it hard to not put in the lineup.
Right.
And that's somebody that you'll continue to see. And then little baby Bobby Pearson.
Mm-hmm. And I told you about it after
he pitched it for his brother yesterday.
Yep. And he draws a walk.
He can swing it.
I'm telling, I wouldn't be surprised if some games
He's going to be put in a spot
He's
at some point.
He's going to continue to get put in a spot to make something happen.
And if you're like Tanner Reeves defensively hasn't been very impressive. Like you could see that he was a second baseman trying to play third, like whether it be errant throws or just kind of rushing through the entire process. But he can swing it, and if you can hit, you'll find a spot in the lineup. But I would add same thing with Pearson. Like defensively, you don't really know what position he plays.
Right.
Like he's bebopped around from left to third to first, but if he continues to draw walks like he did, or every time he hits it, it's allowed.
Right.
Like he puts the barrel on every baseball he swings at, and at some point that's also going to play, which is just an awesome dynamic to have.
Think about the moment that he gets put into the game last night, which you just had Curiel strikes out, and then you get a Jared Jones walk, Dickinson single, so you have 2-1, 1 out, and you pinch hit a freshman, John Pearson, draws a walk, loads him up for Milam in just a huge moment of the game.
Yeah, then Milam comes through and hits what? That's when he hit his double.
That's when he hit the double.
Yeah.
He scores Jones and Dickinson.
But you're starting to see like and I expect just like looking forward at some point, like the Dickinson thing, it's going to come back down to earth. This is competition that he's played against his entire career. Like these are the teams that he faced when he was at Utah Valley State. Like whenever you get to big time SEC play, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of a happy medium of all of this, where he's not going to be hitting 600. But bear with him; the guy's a player, and he shows up every day, and that's something that Jay loves. Obviously, he gives him 14 for. Like Pete Rose, if that's who he reminds you of, the guy's dirty before the game starts.
Right.
And that's just somebody that you can count on every day to be, like, present. But I'm just saying, just throwing it out there because people are going to, at some point, come down on him. But he's getting a little pool happy. He loves that. Like, he's been riding everything down the third base line. But I do expect a little bit of come to earth moment for Dickinson. But I hope not. Like, you also had a year with Dylan Cruz where he hit 500 for 3/4 of the year. So it can happen. I just don't expect it to be like that the entire time. But you're seeing who you can count on in the lineup.
As realistic as possible.
Like Bear Jones continues to be so patient at the plate. You're putting pressure on those spots in the lineup, whether it be Milam, whether it be Dickinson. Like those are the guys that are going to have to contribute right now. Like Curiel at the top of the lineup.
Right.
All that's like you're asking a lot from a freshman to be able to be your leadoff everyday guy and play outfield as a freshman. But he's a player.
Right.
And then you have Dickinson who's in a tough spot behind, like protecting Bear Jones, but he continues to come through. And then you have the ancillary pieces, like Pearson comes up with the bases loaded, and you're like not shocked. Like that's how baseball works for him. Like clutch moment, who's up. Like I was texting my buddy yesterday. I was like, a blind man could be able to tell you who's about to come up to bat because it just happens. It happened to Jordan Thompson, a ton, and that was when he was struggling. But every time it felt like he was coming up with runners on first and third, second and third, and 2 outs. Like, buddy, I feel so bad for you because you're in the midst of it right now, and every time you come up, it's at high leverage ABs. And then he finally broke through, and he won a national championship. But Pearson, like that guy doesn't sweat
ever. It's so impressive. And you can, I mean, like that's why Jay loves him as much because he's got a little bit of Jay Johnson to him.
Yeah, he's a coach.
No, we're good.
Glimmer, I see you, buddy. Ain't no third year for Curiel.
Nope. He's a draft eligible sophomore after next season. He will be taken in the MLB draft. I would assume pretty early on.
Well, we'll see with this revenue sharing.
I mean, there will obviously be a conversation because the world has changed. But if he continues to do this as a freshman and then grows into it as a sophomore, don't count on seeing Curiel for his junior year.
If he's what you think he is and what we all kind of think he is, where he's coming in like obviously another guy that could have gone to like the draft and you're kind of surprised to see him on campus, I don't think that 3 years is in the cards for him.
Right.
Because that means he played great. Like that's what you would rather see. Like, but this is also a world where I had no reason to think Bear Jones would come back.
100%.
Like I don't know what this team looks like without him. Like you obviously tried to load up on power, like some power bat, whether it be like Luis Hernandez that you got out the portal. You haven't even seen Eddie Yaman yet.
Right.
I don't know. Like that was a big portal get for LSU.
Yeah.
But because Bear Jones came back, that's what tells me they didn't know if he was coming back or not.
Yeah.
Like, because he'd be playing first base.
Yes.
And so that might be a guy that you see next year at some point. Yeah. But like getting Bear Jones back does give you some like optimism that I don't know. Here you go. Maybe you come back for a third year. But, I mean, it's going to be if he plays like this, he'll be a top 15 pick.
I mean, he'll be every pro team will be vying for their new star outfielder that's going to get on base every single time.
Say, I feel like they need to change the draft rule. Yeah, me too. Sure.
Who doesn't?
You have to stay for 4 years or 10.
Yes. You can't. You have to. If you go to college, you have to stay there until you get your master's.
I mean, I imagine being at Virginia Tech and finding out that it's like, oh, Michael Vick can leave. And when he's a redshirt, it's like sophomore. Like, oh, I didn't know that was it's like 21 or 3 years in college.
Right.
And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Thought we had
3
one more
years
year
removed
of this.
from high school.
No, he's going to be the first overall pick, and the Falcons are going to move heaven and earth to grab him.
Yep.
Like,
that's how it works. But Lloyd, pull up that TD thread.
Oh,
I want to hear
God.
some of the. I want to hear some of the top.
Fire
top
up the
comments.
pen. We're
Let's
on
see it.
page 8.
Well, how much? So how many pages was it again? Was
83.
83 page thread.
I'm waiting for it to get.
What, to the real nitty gritty?
Oh man, they're shitting all over Beatty.
I had a feeling that would probably get a little bit of run on the Tiger Droppings thread.
In fairness, everyone that followed recruiting knew Aaron Beatty was going to need some work. Highly regarded showcase, give him a good pop time. He has a fucking cannon.
Yes. 100%. But I'm just impressed that on a Tuesday, Tuesday, March 4th?
5th.
Well, yesterday was the 4th.
Oh.
Today's the 5th, Lloyd's
Yeah,
birthday.
they thought
that you
shout
could get
out F45 gave me the birthday treatment, which they just filmed me working out.
Fire.
Yeah, I
Did
guess.
they post it?
I don't know. I didn't want to check.
Oh, I'm about to find this
no,
right now.
I hope it's gone.
I'm about to pull this up
But
right now.
they made put a sign up, and I was like, "This is very nice."
That's adorable.
And they're like, "We're gonna take some pictures of you." And
Which one is it? Which F45
I'm not telling
do
you.
you go to?
It's the one on like blue on it.
Okay.
C square.
Yep.
But I was like, "Do you just you don't want me to take a picture with the board?" Like, no, I'm just gonna film you working
Yeah.
out. Am I out there?
Yes, sir.
I should have picked like heavier
They gave you a
weights.
little post.
Look at that.
Check him out.
I should have taken a
Oh,
Viagra.
look at check this guy out.
Yes.
Zoom in on this.
Love the workout fit.
Zoom in on this bad boy. I love the tights. Great play.
Oh, have to. Got bad legs.
Shout out to F45.
No, I'm not showing that on
Come
the
on.
screen.
Look
Shout
at
out
Lloyd.
F45.
Everybody go to F45_training_City Square.
Sign up.
Most recent post.
20% off if you wear your Roback.
Here's your guy Lloyd knocking it out. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that's true, but
Promo code Tigers.
say it.
They did
TIGERS.
They did add a little cold plunge
Fire.
and the infrared sauna.
Did you hit the plunge?
No,
How do you plunge?
I left early because I didn't want to be posted anymore.
You didn't want to get posted in the plunge.
It's
That'd have
cold-
been great for the
cold
post.
in there.
Yeah, hey, easy excuse. But yeah, no, great. That's a great piece of video right there. I'm gonna download that to my phone.
Keep it.
Good stuff.
We'll do it again next
Great.
year.
I love the headband. Great play.
Yeah.
That workout headband.
And it matches with the tights.
It does. It does. It's a good look.
Got
You look
dressed.
like a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Like you 100% look like, oh, this guy.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, 100%.
That is the old first pitch banquet headband that they gave us. I was like, actually, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear this. That's awesome. That is awesome. Don't forget.
What the fuck are we doing? We're struggling. Where looks like dog shit. The strikeout base runner turned this thing on its head pretty quickly. Pick off attempt number 7. Pitch, stolen base, pinch, hit batter. Maybe you shouldn't throw a pitch. Let's go, boys. I don't like this. Where needs to get out the inning? Time to regroup. We're missing the zone badly.
83 pages is so impressive.
Glad we're the boys ready to play tonight.
I can only imagine what it's going to look like in SEC play.
Oh, God.
We're getting 83 pages for North Dakota State.
Defense, Jesus Christ.
Buddy.
Good Lord, we're asleep at the wheel. Oh, my God. Jones is drunk today. We got our head up our asses tonight. Good God, what is this? This is awesome. Getting comical.
Yep.
Bad news, Bears.
We'll see. So what happened for me is we ended that game, our playoff game last night. We're going back to taking them to the locker room. We're in the coach's office, whatever. I open my phone up. My buddies are. It's 7. LSU's losing 7-1 to an FCS team, and I was like, oh gosh. And so then I pull the game up. I put it on, and 7-1, and I saw a little bit here and there, but I was like, oh no, what happened?
That's hard to disagree.
What? Let me hear it.
LPLG Tiger. This guy's betting 154 on a team that's 1-9. Throw a strike. I don't disagree. Like,
that's awesome.
At some point.
Yep.
But yeah, this is unbelievable.
83 pages is very impressive. Andrew Messina in the chat. Does LSU men's hoops have to go to the SEC tournament? LOL, good Lord, they are terrible. Before we get into that, don't forget we're brought to you every day
By Barker Brothers.
By Barker Brothers Plumbing and Works. You knew it was going to happen. 225-776-2431. 225-776-2431. That's the only way to contact them. No website, no social media. Just call the number. Mention the Culotta Show for 15% off. And speaking of crap, LSU men's basketball loses by 31 points last night.
I did not get to see the basketball game, but I did come in here and ask for an update before we started the show. I was like, how did LSU basketball do? Lost by 30.
Lost by 30, yep. 95-64 was the final. Kentucky shot the piss out of the ball. When I tell you, they were making everything they threw up. Yep. Also plumbing. They just made everything they took. LSU had good shots that were bad misses and bad shots that were bad misses. They didn't shoot the ball well. On the same token, LSU is down 2 more players last night as Corey Chess doesn't play. No Victorious Miller either. So it was an 8-man rotation for LSU last night. Just ugly. That's the only way to really talk about it.
Shitty?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that, but that's what it was. It was just it's a bad loss. It's senior night for Kentucky. They were obviously inspired. They have a lot of seniors. They're a very experienced, mature basketball team because they've had some guys that transferred in that have played a lot of basketball.
They shot 50% from the game.
Yep. What were they from 3? Kentucky?
12 of 32, but started off 7 of 14.
That's 7 of 14.
That'll get you buried quick.
It was 15-2 at the start for LSU, and it was 13-2. LSU gets Cam Carter gets his shot blocked. It creates a run out into a big time dunk, and it was 15-2, but it felt like 30-2 in that moment because just the energy, the atmosphere, the whole deal. It was ugly, man, and that's the one thing about LSU basketball. As ugly as it's been throughout this season, they've been able to come out and perform in the first half to stay in it and give themselves a chance. That did not happen last night. Ugly from the start, and that's why they end up losing by 31. Even though it kind of plateaued in the second half, and they got some better shots, they weren't able to go small ball really because you're missing Victorious Miller. And so they had Robert Miller start. Robert Miller was probably the one bright spot, I would say, for LSU as he shot.
For the year.
Yes, he shot well from the field and was able to make some shots and look good offensively. But, really, it was one of those nights that you really don't want to talk about it too much because it was just ugly.
Glibber says that right for Barker Brothers. Flush the game.
Yep. Yeah, Miller's line on the night, 15 points, 6 rebounds. He shot 7 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3 in 25 minutes. But, outside of that, there's not much to really talk about.
Question from the chat from Spectrum Wellcare.
Uh-huh.
Who is CMM, Coach Matt McMahon? You're outing yourself as a Tiger poster.
Yeah, of course.
That's okay. Who's going to bring in from the spring transfer portal or the portal in general? I would flip it on its ear and say, are you concerned who he's going to lose in the portal?
Yeah, but that's what I was just about to say. The first step in the portal realm for LSU is keeping these guys on the roster. I don't have any inside sources, but I would be nervous about this Victorious Miller, Corey Chess not playing type energy, where if that is something that lingers on throughout the last couple of games this year, what does that mean? Because that's going to be the first step.
The tea leaves are
you got to keep these guys on the roster. Talking about Robert Miller, he's going to get phone calls from all of these teams that he's performing well against.
Kentucky.
They're going to call. So this boost in NIL support that you're getting, you're going to have to spend on keeping guys here. But to me, when you're talking about going out and getting players in the portal, you need Power 4 guys. You need SEC guys. No, you can sprinkle and get guys from smaller schools and places like that. You need guys that have played at this level consistently because SEC experience and experience in general is so important.
Well, you're starting to see some of that with Sears, obviously a guy that won't be able to – he can't come – he's a senior, correct?
Yes.
Like his minutes have dwindled down, like only 18. Like you're starting to see some of this like passing of the guard a little bit. Like Cam Carter has to play. Goes 4 of 6 from 3 at 14 points. But Robert Miller, you're starting to see like, all right, that's your guy going forward. Curtis Givens gets 24 minutes, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3.
Made 2 free throws.
2 free throws though.
3 assists, 2 turnovers, so a positive ratio there.
And Mike Williams, like from the casket where he wasn't playing at all. And you saw him be a big-time contributor last year as a freshman, being able to get some run in 27 minutes, goes 4 of 10. But that's, I think, playing time in a sense of we want to keep you here because Mike Williams is somebody that could definitely, was highly recruited, highly sought after, and you want to see him stay at LSU. But obviously they need to make some other additions.
You have to make
power forward. What's the selling point for LSU basketball, aside from NIL?
Playing time in the SEC.
Not the cool jersey?
I mean, maybe, but that's the biggest selling point right now is you can come here, you have an opportunity to play in the SEC week in, week out.
Weird year.
And if you can keep some of this roster together, Robert Miller is a selling point. Mike Williams is a selling point. Curtis Givens is a selling point. I don't know if Cam Carter can come back. I don't know how many years what his eligibility looks like. But, I mean, those guys are selling points. So I think this is his last season. He had 1 year of eligibility left.
He's a senior.
So, yeah, he's done. But Mike Williams, Robert Miller, Curtis Givens, if you can keep Victorious Miller, those guys, Jalen Reed coming back, those are all selling point.
I think we're officially out of, COVID years.
Yeah, I think it's over. I hope.
Or it could come back.
Yeah.
They're working on a second one.
I heard.
Wu Hang.
But that's the selling point. Because outside of that, what is the facilities aren't great. The energy around the program is not very good. The selling point would be that's why you need the NIL support because that's your first selling point is we can pay you. You're going to play. Outside of that, there's nothing really left to write home about when you're talking about LSU. When you're weighing LSU against other SEC teams, if you're trying to transfer into the conference. Spectrum Mocha, men's basketball needs a fresh start with a new coach. They're not in the position to do that. They're not in the position to fire their coach and go pay another one. That's just, it's not realistic at this point in time, especially when you're talking about LSU football and having to do different things there. Carl Dunn, Cheston Miller might be gone. That's my fear, is you start seeing guys not playing in games. You start seeing injuries like bruises and contusions and soft tissue stuff where it's just like, I mean, you could play through that. But, so, sorry to end hour number 1 on a low note like that, but we had to talk about men's basketball. We're in March. They're still going to be in the SEC tournament. They're matched up with Vanderbilt, I believe. So a winnable game there. If they win, they play Ole Miss. So we'll see what happens. But, I mean, there's not a lot to have. Not a lot of positives to talk about when you're talking about that. So we're going to take a quick break here as we closed out hour number 1. We're going to get hour number 2 set up and ready to go here on this Wednesday. This Lloyd's birthday.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Birthday edition.
We're going to get Lloyd to eat one of these cupcakes live on camera.
No, I'm filled to the brim.
Because he's full because he had a
lay-down Gatorade.
So
Try it at home.
We'll be right back with more Jordy Gloss Show after this. What, a lay-down Gatorade?
Yeah.
I'll lay down and drink this water right now.
Gross. Show them how you used to eat at home.
Never. Indigestion's gone. That's how long you've known me.
That's right. Well, I've seen it. Yeah, it's developed.
Amen. We'll be right back.
It's crazy I've known you for so long.
It is impressive. I think you were, 29 when I met you?
You thought I was in school.
I thought we were the same age.
No.
I don't think that's that
the best
crazy.
thing about college.
I don't think it's that crazy. Like, I thought Lloyd was in college when I first met him.
They get older?
I still think
I
you
get
look,
older.
You
they
look
stay
young.
The same age.
Yeah, you 100%. What's that's McConaughey, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. All right.
All
Hour
right.
2 on the way.
Yeah, watch these commercials.
Red Stick Sports.
Red Stick Sports, a local staple in Baton Rouge to all sports fans, was founded back in 1981 and has remained a family business for over 40 years. Today, they still have the great selection on the floor, but they're also a leader in custom apparel for businesses, sports teams, and other groups. Take it from us, everybody over here at FM Digital Media. They help us out with all of our apparel. Let them help you out today. Go ask for Cody over at Red Stick Sports. Check him out online at redsticksports.biz.
The Jordy Culotta Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance.
Are you looking for sound financial advice? Then get in touch with Daniel Newman of Edward Jones. You can call him today at 225-261-8262 or email him daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. If you're planning for retirement, saving for college for children or grandchildren, or just looking for sound investment opportunities, get in touch with Daniel today, 225-261-8262, located on Magnolia Square Drive in Central. Daniel Newman of Edward Jones.
Well, the Oscar Andrews Sports Medicine Institute collaborative effort was an idea from Dr. Andrews and myself to bring together two great names, the Andrews name and the Ochsner name, to elevate the quality of care for athletes in the state of Louisiana, where he's from.
I always thought I would come back to Louisiana and practice orthopedics with my subspecialty being sports medicine. This was an opportunity through Ochsner's to come back and work the entire state to help develop and take sports medicine to a new level.
As an orthopedic surgeon, what this means in the future in terms of, access for our community to the type of care that Dr. Andrews pioneered, words can't describe how valuable that is.
Ochsner has a great opportunity here to really grow, and Dr. Burnham, of course, is the mainstay of making that happen. If you want to have first-class sports medicine care, check in with Dr. Burnham and his group, and you'll be more than impressed and pleased.
4EA Insurance Agency, established in 1946, helping you with your home, auto, commercial, life and health insurance needs around in Baton Rouge at 4275 Government Street and online at 4EAagency.com. Whatever insurance you're in the market for, home, auto, commercial, contractors, life and health, get in touch with 4EA Insurance Agency, 4EAagency.com, or give them a call at 225-383-0682. 4EA Agency.
Get Gordon. And get it done. Yeah, everybody know Gordon in a 225. He done link with Big Foe. He got buku ties. Ferrari sliding, flying in a new coupe ride. And every time I ride by, I see a brand new sign. I'm with Gordon. I know that he gon' get it done. Whether it's a big truck crash or a hit and run. Recovery funds, he fighting to get a ton. Mike Epps, man, we all about the Benjamin. Handling injuries, man, are you kidding me? Gordon McKernan, that's champion energy. Yeah, family man with a family plan. Get Gordon, he gon' fix it like a handyman. Gordon. And get it done.
Welcome to Trifecta.
Trifecta Sports Therapy in Baton Rouge. Recover, repair, restore. At Trifecta, they believe in total body wellness. Trifecta gets the body back to its full potential. Whether you're a youth or pro athlete, a pre or postnatal mom, or if you lead an active lifestyle or a senior citizen, Trifecta has the class, the sports massage, the sports therapist, the stretch therapist, or the equipment like infrared sauna, cold plunges, and golf simulators to find your best. Find Trifecta online at trifectasportstherapy.com or check out the beautiful facility today, 8221 Goodwood. Trifecta Sports Therapy.
Hey, Tiger fans, when traveling through Natchez, Mississippi, make sure to visit us, Tom and Wright Granning, at Go Mart on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need on your trip.
Located at 4 Sergeant Prentice Drive as you're entering Natchez on your left.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
KD, it's time to go harder. Bounce back, can't let you fold up. Keep pushing, can't let you slow up. Bounce back, can't let you fold up. Keep pushing, can't let you slow up. Bounce back, can't let you fold up. Keep pushing, can't let you slow up. Bounce back, can't let you fold up. Keep pushing, can't let you slow up. They say that life's a marathon, man, shout out to Nip. They start to think you falling off and they starting to flip. Circumstances start to change and they jumping the ship. Only ones that really matter, who's tied to your hip. They tried to push you to the side cause they thought you would quit. May bend but never break, your cloth is legit. When you return in rare form, they all gonna be sick. You ever seen a living legend, just know that I'm it. Slow grind like IT, just know that I'm it. Now I'm back up in my bag, I'm giving them fits. Bounce the bat like John Morant, you know that I'm lit. Making plays like Jack Bash, I'm never gonna sit. Had to be patient, so I waited for the situation. Now that I'm focused, I'ma take it with no hesitation. The hard times that I hated gave me inspiration. Look in the eyes from my kids gave me motivation. Bounce back, can't let you fold up. Keep pushing.
Ready, set go! Yeah, we're on.
All right, here we go. Hour number 2 has officially started. If you just missed it, but we just clicked through a couple of T-shirts there. Look, put them back on the screen.
Nope.
A little bit of something from the fellas for you guys if y'all are feeling it. Caught you looking. Little LSU baseball themed stuff coming to you soon. We don't have an official date yet, but we're gonna get this merch ready and out for you guys. God, I hope the Tigers win today. Such a real feeling.
Yep.
But let us know your thoughts.
We're changing this one. We're taking the national champs off. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And let me know your thoughts because it's a big contention. And my brother is working with the guy that works at Obvious Shirts. He does the Chicago Cubs stuff. So that's where we gleaned some of these ideas from. Very easy stuff, not too much of a thinker. But we're in a debate about how to do this particular shirt that's on the screen now. Take the national champions off. And I wanted to go left to right across the chest. And they're like, well, that's too many years. It's like, that's a good problem to have.
Yep. Love it.
Because I want it to look just like the Intimidator.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And if you have any ideas for shirts, send them in. I am trying my goddamn damnedest to get Danny Hustle off the ground, but everybody wants to do Danny Dick. And whatever. I get it. It's very crass and easy, but we talked about how he was given number 14 because he reminds you of Pete Rose, and he was Charlie Hustle. Danny Hustle right off the tongue. Yes. Easy. So I wanted to do a Danny Hustle shirt in white and have dirt already on it.
It's hard to fight against
Danny Dick.
Danny
Dicked That's all I see on Twitter. But Danny Hustle was better.
Right. Yeah, I'm not hating on it.
It's like Big Dick Burrow and all of the,
Of course.
That was a great hat. And
Matthew Conkle agrees. Danny Hustle flows. Like that. But yeah, I think this is obvious. It's from Obvious Shirts is the name. But yeah, just some little merch stuff for you guys. If you got any ideas, obviously hit us with them. But if you let us know your thoughts on those, we're going to get that out to you guys soon. And we're going to continue to grind and come up with ideas, some cool stuff for merch for you guys to be able to purchase and wear. And we'll have it on as well so you can match us. My favorite one, get back to the I hope LSU wins today. Yeah, this one right here. This is my favorite one because this is such an emotion. Especially because this one applies not even for baseball.
Oh, we'll have football merch. This is football. That's what that's what this idea is, like easy shirts that we can roll out throughout the year, where I'm sure something will happen in football to where you can make easy,
Right.
Caden Durham is good at football.
Of course.
But gotta hope the Tigers win today as
Plays.
literally every emotion.
Plays every single day.
And what we debated, the comma or no comma? No.
Well, to me, the good thing about that shirt is it doesn't even have to be in season. You need LSU to win every single day. There's always something for LSU to win, and so I agree. But speaking of LSU,
Conkle. Absolutely.
What he hit us with.
A Danny Hustle face silhouette with the eye black and earring would be sick. I actually pitched that one yesterday.
That's
Me and my
awesome.
brother were like, that would be awesome.
The eye black and the earring.
the Barry Bonds earring,
of course,
would be elite.
I
So
do
we'll get
love
that
that.
one out too. And we're gonna do we have a Dylan Cruz shirt also.
Brian Kelly on a golf cart.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Trying to pull up the chat.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
What are you watching over there?
Porn.
He's about to get ready.
Get ready for his day. Hey, you young bucks, might as well squeeze one out before so you last longer.
Hey, how'd you know my first stride? That's
the go-to. That's the what?
It's the go-to.
The go-to. That's awesome. But yeah, Messina says Stravinsky shirt with the shades and the stash.
Oh yeah, that was
a good
elite.
one. Yeah, 100%.
So we'll do the same thing.
But yeah, no, we're definitely going to keep coming up with some new ideas for you throughout all the sports. Football season is going to be fun when it comes to ideas.
Baseball
for
season
that.
is here.
Of course. But speaking of football, there was a little bit of news that came out. Obviously, we talked about it yesterday after the Bo Davis move of joining the Saints coaching staff and leaving LSU. The defensive line coach position has been one that's been talked about quite a lot because it's very important. And you thought you had your guy. It doesn't happen. It appears as if LSU has found their guy in Al Davis from Missouri.
Oklahoma. No, Oakland Raiders.
Yes.
Back from
Just
the dead.
win, baby. Just win.
They couldn't look more opposite. Well, obviously, one is alive and one is dead.
Right.
But funny name to have.
It is. It is. That's the first thing I thought whenever I was looking up the name. I was like, wait.
That can't be him.
No. But, yes, it looks like LSU has found Al Davis as their guy. It has obviously not officially announced by LSU yet. But to me, it just makes sense. When you're talking about the timing of everything, the transition, all of these things, you need somebody that Blake Baker's comfortable with, that Kevin Peoples is comfortable with, because that's the dynamic that's most important right now. Is Lloyd talked about it yesterday. You don't want a D-line coach to come in and be like, why does Coach Peoples have all the edge rushers, like the DNs? Why are they all over there? You know, why are they not with me in the entire D-line? This is somebody that's going to come in and obviously knows the dynamic because he was a part of it at Missouri. And then when you're talking about getting the trust of the players, they all trust Blake Baker. They all believe in Blake Baker as their defensive coordinator just because of the improvement that he's created, the energy that he has, the way how bought in Coach Baker is. It's hard to not trust the man. And so if Coach Baker is going to this defensive line room and this defense as a whole and saying, look, this is my guy. He was with me at Missouri. I trust him. You should trust him. I'll be hard-pressed to think that the guys on the team aren't going to trust and believe what Blake Baker has to say about Al Davis. So to me, that is what makes the most sense about this move. Outside of just, anything like scheme, stuff like that, it makes sense just from a sheer personnel perspective, both on the staff and with the roster of LSU needs a guy that's going to come in, smooth transition, already familiar with the scheme, with Coach Baker, with Coach Peoples, and it just makes it that much simpler because the timing of this was tough. Like it is a difficult situation when it comes to timing where you have Bo Davis leave right before spring football. You're now going to be making a hire. Spring football starts on Saturday. So you're going to be making a hire either right before spring football, like the week before, or during spring football, which means you need something that's going to be an easy transition. And to me, with Peoples already knowing Davis, that means he can start implanting a few seeds here and there with some of the guys, getting some of the things organized in a way that's going to allow Davis to come in and just get back right to work. Because Peoples knows him, Baker knows him. They're going to be allowed to get things set up and ready for him in a way they probably wouldn't have been able to with another guy. And so to me, that's what makes the most sense. Is just the continuity, the trust, and things like that. Just from a personnel perspective, both with the staff and the roster, it makes sense. And obviously, Davis has done a good job at Missouri on the defensive line. They've had some guys that have come through and perform. Hopefully, we hear the official announcement soon from LSU and things like that. But I think Lon was the first one to get it yesterday.
Yes, Lon was on top of it yesterday. We talked about that a little bit, where he is one to break stories.
Of course.
I think he had the news very much on LSU Odyssey, and he was quick to get this story out, which kudos to him for working the sources and being able to get something up on a position of, obviously, of need for LSU, but to have your ducks in a row and be ready to report on something as important, I guess, as LSU's defensive line coach, and to have it with the quickness. That's why he's our guy. But I do wonder, what are your thoughts in terms of just coaching-wise? I don't know enough about his recruiting. Obviously, anybody you hired was going to be a step down, correct?
100%.
And it does feel that way. But to see Missouri's reaction does speak volumes that they're upset. I don't know if they're upset that LSU continues to poach them, because I'm on Reddit and college football. Damn, man. LSU poached another one of our defensive coaches. Another Missouri fan. I'm getting real fucking tired of being LSU's farm team, which is awesome.
That's funny.
That's great, because if you're Eli Drinkwitz, you do have to be like, damn, I lost Blake Baker, Kevin Peoples, and now my defensive line coach, Al Davis, to LSU. The continuity, I think, is huge. But I do wonder I don't know what his recruiting game's like. I haven't been I don't have a finger on the pulse of Missouri's defensive line recruits. But I do know what you had in Coach Davis before, and people were complaining about that recruiting, and it was good. You were able to get. Would you give Gabe Rutherford a fifth star? Because I would.
Oh, yes. 100%.
So you got 2 5-stars, and one was a late flip. And Don McKinley. But those guys coming back and what you were able to do with Ahmad Bro on the defensive line, all of that was super impressive. And now you have Al Davis coming into a pretty good situation. I know they're thin.
Much better than the situation that Bo Davis came into.
Yes. He built it.
Yep. Much better than what it looked like last season. But yeah, like Lloyd said, regardless of who you went and got, it was going to be a downgrade because you had the best in the world. I think it's pretty well known Bo Davis is the best defensive line coach when it comes to development and recruit, the whole thing. He was the guy. And LSU had him. He obviously leaves to go to the Saints. So whatever you did, it was going to be a downgrade. And to me, I think that obviously I don't know very much about Al Davis's coaching, recruiting, different things like that. But I have seen a good growth from the Missouri program where when LSU played them last season, or 2 seasons ago, when Blake Baker was there, they had defensive line guys going into the NFL. They had a great front four, and I think that it was proven there. I did see some people upset that LSU's just kind of become Missouri South and it's just hired the guys, but that's what happens when you go get your defensive coordinator from somewhere.
Yeah,
they're going to want to bring their guys. So obviously, I don't know as much about him and his history coaching and recruiting and things like that. But I do think it's a good move for LSU just from the continuity perspective of you needed a guy that's going to understand the dynamic. And also, like I said, it's going to allow Blake Baker and Kevin Peoples to get the ball rolling before Davis even gets here, because that's what you need. The timing is of the utmost importance with this team because, like we've said, it is playoff or bust for LSU. And that's going to add a lot of pressure. That's going to add, different types of things that are going to play a part in why spring football is so important this season. You needed somebody that it's not going to be this huge delay in kind of getting things going. And so that's, to me, the biggest deal when it comes to Al Davis being hired by LSU. But I think it's a win. I mean, obviously, he's a D-line coach in the SEC.
Right.
So I'm not upset about going and pulling a guy from a conference, another conference school, and bringing them here, especially when they've shown the growth that he's shown, and there's a connection to the guys on LSU staff.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the continuity aspect.
Right.
Because I think that is a conversation now it feels like you don't have to have, but it was something that when you're trying to pitch the defensive line at LSU, it shouldn't be a hard sell, first of all, to be able to come coach D-line at LSU, where it was LSU has gone through multiple eras of D-line U, wide receiver U, DBU. Like they've had multiple QBU now, wide receiver U, which feels like the right one, but it was such a hard thing to sell because you weren't throwing the football at all. But they're getting drafted in the first and second round. But that's over.
Yes.
But that's when you had a phenomenal defensive line.
Right.
So like you would imagine that anytime you have an availability at LSU, it feels like that's something that people will listen to. And this is obviously I don't know much about Mizzou. I know that LSU played them and beat them.
Right.
And then you obviously took their defensive coordinator, so I'd be salty too. But to go and get the continuity aspect, like I was saying, with Kevin Peoples, because that would be a hard sell for like a defensive line coach that's like, I want my hands in everything.
Right.
I want to coach every position. I don't really – you should want to work with Kevin Peoples, but to have that aspect of like this works. And you don't really have to have any conversation about, look, we have this guy here that coaches the edge.
Yep.
So it's more like interior D-line, but you're still going to be paid a captain's ransom. I would imagine he's going to get a very healthy payday.
Right.
And a pay bump.
Yes.
But I think that's the most important thing until we see – I'm interested to see how the recruiting goes because that's like the biggest aspect of –
the lifeblood.
Yeah, of LSU. And if you're able to like swing some people in the transfer portal because that's what LSU does, it'll be interesting to see if there's anybody from Missouri.
Yes, that wants to come on over. Mm-hmm. Jed Johnson in the chat, Lon is the only one to report it. Missouri pages are saying it's not done yet.
Of course,
like I said, it's not official. It has not been officially announced. But from what we've heard over the last couple of days, it appears that that's the direction that's being moved. LSU that's the guy, and that it seems like that move is going to happen. So obviously it's not officially announced yet, and of course Missouri's going to say it's not done yet because they believe that they're going to be able to pay him enough to keep him here, there, or whatever. We shall see, but it appears as if that's what's going to happen for LSU football is that Al Davis will be the guy when it comes to D-line coach, and he will join Blake Baker and Kevin Peoples once again here in Baton Rouge. So obviously it's funny that now you've gone if your D-line coach is going from Coach Davis to Coach Davis, from Bo to Al. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that you'll hear something relatively soon in the next couple of days because you want to get this done and get spring football rolling and make it happen. So we will see when it's officially announced that LSU makes this hire. But obviously, once again, tonight, LSU baseball plays again. Women's basketball is off until Friday, I think, is their game in the SEC tournament. Men's basketball still has, I think, 1 game or 2 games left. Setback sets up for a bounce back. I like that, Lloyd.
That's right.
That's a good one. But we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna play some of those games with you guys again to close out this morning. As we've got, or no, do we have Nick at 8:30 or no?
No, he's on a flight this morning.
No worries.
Where's he going?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Weather boy.
Well, yeah. Well, is it Saints related?
No, it's not. It's personal.
Yes, but we will. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll set these games up. We'll get back to playing here to close out the Jordy Culotta show.
It's time
on this
to play
fine
the game.
Wednesday. This fine Lloyd's birthday.
That's
Wednesday.
right.
Lloyd's gonna eat
I don't
one
have
of his
any. I don't know
cupcakes.
if
It's gonna make it happen.
I don't know if there's anybody with the March 5th. My mom has an elite birthday.
Yeah, the best of all time.
Yeah, two goats. Well, three.
Three.
You count the Madre.
count
but
the mother.
she shares it with Tiger Woods and LeBron James. So
Hard
if
day
I
to
were
beat,
to ever
man.
have a kid by accident, hopefully I can do it at that. Set it up to be a December
Just gotta time it up
30th
right.
birthday because elite status so far.
100%.
Tiger and LeBron share a birthday?
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That's crazy.
When's your birthday?
July 5th.
Oh,
Wow.
What happened 9 months before July 5th?
You and America almost shared a birthday.
Not sure, but I was supposed to be born on July 4th.
Of course.
She held you in
Yeah, I was a day late.
and $1 short.
July 5th. If
Let's
you
go back. Let's do the
If
timeline.
you go back
Yeah.
9 months, it would be, so July 5th is 7, it would be October?
Oh, you're a Halloween baby.
Oh, I mean, kind of the end of September, October, yeah. Seems like.
Really,
When's your
guys?
dad's? When's your dad's birthday?
May 29th.
When's your mom's?
September 14th.
When's their anniversary?
Anniversary, June
Okay.
13th, maybe?
So it seems like September is the month.
Yeah, a little birthday sex. Plopped
gosh.
Christian out 9 months
All
later.
right, we're going to be right back after this.
It doesn't add up.
It does. Or she's not your mother.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Click Here Digital, the home of the Jordy Culotta Show. Online at clickheredigital.com. If you're looking to set Google ads, set social media campaigns, learn about SEO, display video, or even creative, Click Here Digital has the answer for you. Online at clickheredigital.com or email me directly, Jordy at clickheredigital.com.
Family calls family. That saying resonates even more as your family grows. And we can't seem to stop growing. Meet the newest member of the Get Gordon family, Penny's cousin Rosie. Rosie already knows, the larger your family, the more people you have to lift you up during trying times. Just like at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, we've grown to over 200 team members with over 50 local attorneys. So whether you pick Penny, employ Ellie, roll with Rosie, or get Gordon, we want to be your lawyers for life.
Your lawyers for life.
Phil's Oyster Bar, a staple of South Louisiana since 1945, located in Southdown Shopping Center and online at philsoysterbar.com. If you log online, you can learn about the private party schedule, the catering menu, and even order online. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Learn about the history when Gus Piazza took it over in the early 70s, made it an absolute stop-in for everyone who came through Baton Rouge, and now Anthony, his son, carrying on the tradition. Phil's Oyster Bar, Southdown Shopping Center, and online, philsoysterbar.com.
It's rare to find someone you can count on when it's go time. It's even more rare to find someone you can count on, well, all the time. At Sunshine, we're proud to offer the John Deere equipment you need and the team you can depend on and off the field. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
I'm in that mode. Hit my team twice on Sunday, got it out the mud, showing battle Texas what it's overtime. Too legit to quit, I'ma move my feet like it's hammer time. We got most of the time to make some moves. All the smoke, we don't pick and choose. I'm here now, I done pay my dues. Can't pour to me, ain't no switching crew. Blood, sweat, and tears, time to put it in this. I know that you hoping I stop. Can't touch me, I know you hoping I flop. Big stepping all the way to the top. Big stepping, we can never put on the same shoes. I've been giving L's like I know love and I can't lose. For myself, man, I can't lose. For my family, man, I can't lose. I grind hard and I can't lose. I'm stacking days, man, I can't lose. Big stepping, we can never put on the same shoes. I've been giving L's like I know love and I can't lose. For myself, man, I can't lose. For my family, man, I can't lose. I grind hard, man, I can't lose. I'm stacking days, man, I can't lose.
We good? Let's ride. We're back here closing out hour number 2, closing out this Lloyd's Birthday Wednesday holiday edition. The Big Tasty. He was balling last night, buddy. He was balling last night. He had 37 last night. 10 of 17 or 17 of 21, something like that. I don't know.
It'd be cool to
He's
be
balling.
excited about it, but we're not.
Yeah, they suck and they lost.
Good.
Yeah, they were good. They've been actually winning too much.
Yeah, they were in a
have.
little stretch there.
They're ruining their odds.
Yep. I think they've dropped to 4th in the
Yeah,
draft.
you need to stay in the top 3.
Well, it's
They need to
Zion's
be in the
fault.
top 3.
37, 6-4, no turnovers, 17 of 23.
Coach.
Jesus.
That is going to play.
I'm cool with that in a loss.
Yeah,
Yeah, and a
no.
loss.
Yeah, it's good things to see, and you're still losing. And I'm always for a Lakers win.
Barry Buckockener. I feel like Zion's career has gone about as bad as it possibly could, and he's still so good. Like that's kind of true.
It's that's why like it's like you can't quit him because you watch that, and if you watch the clips from the game last night, he was unbelievable.
Yeah,
like he catches on the perimeter, he catches it in the post. It didn't matter. One move, getting to the rim. He made a little turnaround, fall away jumper. He's getting to the left hand, right hand, dunking over people, jumping over people. Like, he looks great.
Well, and Zion's career hasn't been that bad. He's, what, 3rd fastest player to 5,000 points or something like that?
Right, and in terms of games. But he's playing those. That was also in 7 seasons.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately.
Right, that's the unfortunate aspect of it. But he's playing such good basketball.
But when he plays,
that's the
plays.
part. That's why it's hard to quit. It's because, like, for me, as much as I loved Brandon Ingram, I could move on from that era because it's not like that. Like, it is infatuating when you're watching Zion play like that at night. Hunter Hall asks, where's the 30-30-30-30-30-30-30 mug? I guess that we do need to start doing that.
We need to send at least one mug because he deserves it.
He does deserve a mug. After his performance yesterday.
Absolutely,
with
yeah.
the
We need
below
to
deck.
get a below deck mug.
That was beyond impressive.
There's definitely a spinoff that you could make with that show.
You think so?
And the name.
What would you call it? Let's hear it. Because I see it in your brain. You have it in your head right now.
Like, below deck. And you could do, like, I mean, I feel like the way that it's set up would be a lot of, could be romance on that boat.
Could be. Could be. Obviously, Lloyd's made an outfit change back there.
Oh, yes, Roback.
It's
It's so much softer than what I was just wearing.
It's the best.
That's
and
why I'll wear the
Sailor
other
Mike,
one
Coach.
3 days in a row. And now I've got, try it.
You look big in it, too.
Yeah, you really do.
Good
That
coverage.
F45 workout.
I'm taking some drugs I found online. I have no idea what they're doing, but Tongue Cat Ali. I don't know. I just saw Dr. Huberman post about it.
I wouldn't know.
And so I was like, maybe this is good for me. Maybe I need some more tests.
Oh my gosh!
But
I don't think
I did
I
throw up
highly
yesterday,
doubt it.
too.
I highly doubt
It's probably not
for
good
you.
for me.
It's probably terrible for you.
Probably.
One,
My insides
probably
hurt.
definitely.
But if I get ripped, it'd be worth it.
If you're,
I can't believe I've made it to 33.
It
Not
is
seeing
impressive.
40. No way.
You're gonna see 40, Lloyd. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. I believe in you.
40 below.
But you definitely. I mean, you still. 33 is probably farther than you thought.
Absolutely.
Especially the run you were probably on.
Oh man.
Early 20s. Late teens. Or
Early
like
teens.
Early teens.
I mean, I haven't really quit.
I think that might be why.
Yeah.
I think when you quit,
something bad's gonna happen. It's like Joe Paterno.
100%.
Whenever he left Penn State, like nothing good happened after that. Nothing good happened while he was there, but
Yeah,
Certainly, when he
that's-
left, he just fucking died. Like he had nothing to live for anymore. He broke his hip on the sideline and still
Yep.
wanted to coach. So married to the game.
Amen. That's like when LeBron retires.
He'll die
I don't think he'll die, but he's never lived
without ball.
He was 18 when he came. He was lived in the NBA longer than he lived outside the NBA.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Still
he knows.
playing pretty good, huh?
Yeah. He had, I think, 34 last night.
Oh, man.
Zion had 37. LeBron had 34.
He loves playing against Zion.
He does. They
He's like, not yet.
Yeah. But it was awesome watching them go back and forth.
They do because they both like ball out against each other.
Yeah. And it looks so similar. Mm-hmm. And like the way Zion gets to the rim, it's just kind of like first stint Cavs Bron, where he's just floating around at the basket.
Yeah, you only get to see that in highlights. I lived it.
I know. I wish I lived it. I really got started in Miami. Miami LeBron was
That's
my first
crazy
LeBron.
to me. I remember watching the decision live, and I was shocked.
No, Miami LeBron was my start.
I didn't want him to leave, but
the
I
first
understood
finals
why.
I truly watched was 2011, and then I've watched every single one since then. Every single minute of them.
And we've been in 10 of them.
Right. I
Oh.
mean, that started the stretch where he was in 8 straight.
It was supposed to be a Kobe LeBron when they had the puppets.
Yeah, it was,
and then
Dwight Howard ruined it.
Yeah.
He stole it.
Oh, this is a great segue into Sporkle because I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of that roster.
Which one?
Hito Turkoglu.
Oh, the Jameer Nelson. Rashard Lewis was on that roster.
Yep. Who was the Frenchman that could he could shoot the lights out of it.
The Frenchman.
Kirilenko?
No,
he played for Utah. AK-47, elite nickname.
100%, one of the best.
Mikael Petrus.
Yes, Petrus and
Boom, baby, yes.
JJ Redick was on that roster.
He was.
It was a solid team.
It was.
And
Kinda,
Dwight,
they were kind of doing the NBA before the NBA.
Yeah, and Dwight was
so good,
like.
And the
Superman.
Cavs were so bad.
Right, outside of one man.
You had to have Boobie Gibson.
Yep.
All-time performance. And he also had
unbelievable.
Comes back to the Cavs, and it's like we're running it with Dellavedova.
Right.
That's my second best player.
Well, I mean that
because who's the guy that plays for the Pelicans now with the long hair? He was a Celtic. Kelly
Olynyk pulled Kevin Love's arm out.
Yeah, dude, talk about most hated.
100%, and then
dirty play.
But they still win if Kyrie doesn't get hurt game 1.
And then Kyrie's hurt now.
Yeah, that was sad. I did love seeing him stay out there and shoot the free throw, though.
He cried.
Of course he did. That man loves the game.
He does.
As much flack as he gets, that man loves the game. 100%.
A little Sporkle?
Let's do it.
Or should we go sports?
Let's do both.
Okay.
We got time.
We got time.
We got 20 minutes. Let's knock out a Sporkle, and then we'll go.
Sporkle does have some
immaculate gritty. Christian's gonna hit the gritty while we do it the whole time. While we figure out the immaculate grid, Christian has the gritty. Caught you looking. Some girl's gonna say that's Christian on Friday. I know it.
Caught you looking.
Eyes up here. I'm trying to get your face flushed.
You don't have to try very hard.
Yes. I haven't looked at any of these questions, so this could be an absolute disaster.
Okay.
Oh,
the color of blood would be red, correct?
Chat, we're gonna need the Ghostbusters help. I don't think y'all know that, do y'all? I never saw the movie.
Oh, I know the actresses' names. I think Melissa McCarthy was in it. Leslie Jones was in it. Kate McKinnon was in it.
This is impressive, Noah.
I didn't see it, but they were all Saturday Night Live.
I don't even know the Jeopardy host.
They were all Saturday Night Live, so I just
Did I spell it wrong? It's 2 S's for sure. Is it
Yeah.
Melissa?
I'm pretty sure.
If I just put in McCarthy.
Yeah,
Coach
that should
McCarthy.
still work. Yep, and then Jones, Leslie Jones.
His name was Wade Jones.
Kate McKinnon, McKinnon.
Is this still Ghostbusters?
Yep.
Jeez.
They're all sad. They're from Saturday Night Live. That's
Is
the only
it,
reason I remember it. And then there was one more, but I can't think of who it was. It wasn't Kristen Wiig.
That's who I was. She's actually
I knew
funny.
that's who you were thinking. Yeah,
Melissa McCarthy's elite too.
Hilarious. If you've ever never seen the bloopers from This Is 40,
I was just thinking about Dakota.
The best scene ever, because she
Hope you
goes on an
fucking kill
all-time
yourself.
improv. I'm gonna scissor kick your faces.
Fuck you, Jill.
The two hosts of the show, Price is Right, is what's his name? Why can I not think of his name?
He's dead too. Another Paterno situation. As soon as the job ended.
What's his name? Why can I not think of his name? Let's see if it's in here.
Alec Trebek is one of them.
Trebek is.
But it's not him anymore. It's the guy that went on the all-time run.
Why can I not think of the Price is Right guy?
Oh, that's Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, that's his name.
The new host of Jeopardy is.
What would it? I mean, how recent is this? Would it still be Trebek?
I put it in.
Is it with the U maybe?
I know it's spelled Trebek.
Trebeck?
No,
nope.
It's the new guy.
It's the new guy. Okay. The 5 Will Smith movies with aliens would be.
Let's go.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Men in Black 2.
Insurrection.
Men in Black 3. Men in Black 4.
Is there a 4th one? That's 5.
Welcome to Earth, Independence Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
What about does I Am Legend count, or are those zombies? Those are zombies, huh? Yeah.
What else did he fight an alien? Will Smith, good. What else is he in? He's in. I always forget to play the pop music. Obviously, Bad Boys. No aliens, huh?
No aliens or Bad Boys. I can't believe the female Ghostbusters leads. I got 3 out of 4. Who's the 4th one? I'm not gonna remember that. The 3 best-selling candy bars of all time: Hershey's. What else? Snickers.
Yeah, Hershey's.
Kit Kat, Snickers.
Hershey's not on there.
Reese's.
Wow. Snickers for sure.
Reese's.
What about a Mars bar? Nope.
No,
Kit Kat.
Okay, hold on.
Baby Ruth.
Clark.
There you go, old time on us. That's crazy. The 3 best-selling candy bars of all time.
What about like a Milky Way?
A Toblerone. 3 Musketeers.
Tootsie Roll.
Oh, Tootsie Roll? Oh, there's no E in Milky
I know.
Way. Okay, just making sure. Tootsie Roll, I guess, counts as a candy bar. Nope. They're saying Reese's. We can try Reese's.
I thought we did that one.
Oh,
There it
nice.
is.
3 best-selling candy bars of all time. I'm surprised Hershey's isn't on there.
Yeah, like would M&M's work?
And that's not a candy bar. That's little pieces of candy.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm
Tiny candy
asking.
Pieces.
Snickers, Milky Way. What's another one? Like, imagine if you got good grades in school. What did they give you?
Oreo.
Or
a
maybe
cookie.
that's a cookie, but
That's a cookie. It's not going to be a candy bar.
3 Musketeers.
You can try it. There's no way that was top 3, though.
Twix.
Twix is a good one. I can't believe a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Crunch bar.
Oh, what's
How do we not know
Butterfinger.
What do we do?
Butterfinger is a good one.
It's everything Butterfinger.
I knew you were going to say that. That's crazy.
Did you try Mr. Crunch?
Almond Joy.
Ugh. I
Oh,
hope not.
Ken Jennings for
That's his name.
Jeopardy. Yep.
He probably likes Almond Joy.
No, he's probably more of a Mounds guy. Ugh. Those are the worst.
Almond
no
Joy
almonds
stinks.
in it. Yeah, but it's better than Mounds.
What's that?
That's an Almond Joy without the almond.
Willy
Well,
Wonka
It's just
bar?
coconut and chocolate.
I can't. Are we sure Hershey's is like just not on there?
Chocolate. Just do Hershey's chocolate bar.
What
Because that's
about
got to be the answer.
Nestle Crunch.
Nope.
All right, let's not get stuck on fucking
Yep,
chocolate.
yep.
6 countries.
Best-selling video games: Madden, NBA 2K,
Not
Halo.
Halo.
Wow.
Minecraft.
Call of Duty.
Of course.
Oh my God.
Minecraft.
Mario.
Mario Kart.
Grand Theft Auto.
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's got to be Grand Theft Auto. What? What? Okay. Time out.
Minecraft.
Pac-Man?
Pac-Man Jones. From?
That's unbelievable. Just try Madden.
Pokemon.
Wow.
Just Pokemon.
No. Okay.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
7 NBA
Fortnite.
players with 10K assists. John Stockton, Chris Paul.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah. Let's just go with it. Stockton, Chris Paul. Magic Johnson.
Goal.
Isaiah Thomas.
I never know how to spell his name.
Yeah,
I don't think LeBron has 10K. Maybe he does. Yeah, he does. Wow. God, why did I ever doubt that, man?
Oscar Robertson.
Robertson's a good one. Yep, Big O. Nope, they spelled it wrong. Yeah, still no. Wow. Who else would have 10K
Who's a white?
assists?
Steve Nash.
Nash, yep. Jason Kidd.
Let's see.
Missing
one more.
Missing one.
Do we guess MJ?
Jerry West.
Pistol Pete.
Nope. No, Pistols didn't play long enough.
Because he died.
Did you say MJ? MJ didn't pass the basketball.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just guessing the obvious answers here. Westbrook?
No, I'll talk about not passing the basketball.
I mean, you can give him a try.
He did triple-double.
I'd hate to be wrong.
You can try Harden, but I don't think they're up there yet.
8 presidents who died in office.
JFK.
He wasn't in the office.
Right,
He was outside.
he was in office. Abraham Lincoln.
Over Cleveland. No. Taft, I think, did. What? Who died in the bathtub?
He got stuck in the bathtub.
Yeah, he did. He had a huge hog, too.
Abraham Lincoln?
No.
Well, did Roosevelt die in office?
Oh yeah, FDR. I think died because he had polio. Did he not?
Yeah, he couldn't walk.
Yeah, he would do the fireside chat
Uh-huh.
where he sat in the wheelchair, put a blanket over his lap. He had a dog.
James Garfield, William Henry Harrison.
James Garfield for sure. Who was the shortest tenured president?
Everybody wants Pistol Pete.
As president?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he doesn't have 10K assists. He didn't play long enough.
He was a good passer for basketball, though.
Zachary Taylor.
Is it
Wow.
Who is that guy who played for
I didn't
the
know that was a
Warriors?
president.
Rick Barry.
Rick
No,
Barry.
He wasn't a
Steve.
floor general.
Barry.
I'm trying to think of great point guards, all-time great point guards. I can't believe it's not Isaiah Thomas.
It might be. I don't know how to spell his name.
ISA.
IA. No,
Yeah, that's
'cause
right. No, that's right.
the
That's
short
right.
One. That's the short one.
Mm-hmm.
The other Isaiah spells it a different way.
Yeah.
IAH Thomas.
AIH.
Oh, William McKinley. Oh, Tony Parker's a good guess. Tony Parker.
This is what it's hilarious to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't think William McKinley had 10,000 assists. Still, it is an answer.
Afghanistan.
See?
China, Nepal.
Asia.
Asia's a continent.
He tried it.
I didn't even read the question. 8 countries that border India. I don't know where India is.
It's probably by the Indian Sea.
Africa's a continent.
Egypt.
No.
Egypt.
Man, we're out.
Oh, I thought that was the answer for all of them.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Scroll
How many
back
did we
up.
get?
What
If
do
we
we-
get over like 60%,
We got over
I feel
50.
good.
That wasn't our best performance.
We got stuck on. How do I? Oh, I gotta unzoom. Hold on. I just want to see which ones. If they
Yeah, I
did
want to see.
that.
I want to see as well. That was a
Dang
good
it. What's
performance
the
from
other-
the
What are the
chocolate bars
video
we got
games?
stuck on. The video games was unbelievable.
It had to have been like Pong and like old video, like Tecmo Bowl or whatever.
Mario Kart 8. And Mario Kart wasn't right because we didn't put 8.
Why is it?
Yeah, you got to put the specific. Overwatch and Red Dead, really?
I was gonna do
Red Dead Redemption. Overwatch would have been a good one.
How was Minecraft?
Pakistan,
Did we guess Minecraft?
Mark Jackson.
Ah.
William D. Harding.
I want to be able to scroll up.
Man. All right. Well, I guess we need to do an immaculate grid just to make us feel better
Yeah.
about ourselves.
If we fail, well, I don't think that was an actual. That
It
wasn't
wasn't too. We got 26 out of 58. What percentage was that?
Good work from the chat too. I love the
Yeah, great
participation
stuff.
we're getting so far.
That was 45%.
Yeah, we have to retake that class.
PUBG Fonz Fonzarly.
What'd you say?
I know Fonz likes PUBG. That's why I was
Yep.
laughing in the chat.
Gosh dang it, Lloyd.
Mark
Jackson.
Jeez,
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of Mark Jackson.
No.
With all due
With
respect.
all due respect. I went out the park. Dude, all-time line. Caught everybody off guard.
Savannah James.
With all due respect.
I'd knock her out the park. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he went back to New York real quick. That's awesome. With all due respect. What a line.
Immaculate grid time.
All right.
Super Bowl champ.
Tyrann Mathieu.
We have to. Whoa. Hello, Noah.
Let's go. Let's flip it back. I'll shoot. There we go. Tyrann Mathieu. Do y'all just not watch Bravo? Hunter Hall nailed the he got the Real Housewives.
Did he?
He nailed it, dude. Orange County, NYC, Atlanta.
Y'all just not watch Bravo?
Dude,
Like,
Hunter
no.
Hall. Honestly, if you scroll through this, Hunter Hall nailed it. He's got Mark Jackson in here. He had FDR. Real Housewives Orange County. Real Housewives NYC. Real Housewives Atlantic City. Real Housewives New Jersey. Beverly Hills. LA. Gosh, shout out Hunter Hall. Do y'all just not watch Bravo's awesome.
Gosh dang it, Lloyd. Sorry, Sri Lanka. Just not watch Bravo. No, bro, we don't.
That's so awesome. Who's a Super Bowl champ for the Bears?
I'm keeping the chat up. Super Bowl champ for the Bears. They had
Dick Butkus.
Yeah, right. We can't be willy nilly. We gotta, you know.
You gotta be confident. You gotta be really confident. Super Bowl champ with the Cowboys. Troy Aikman. Is he gonna be too obvious?
That's way too obvious.
I think this is Tyrann was 1%.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. I guess we could name anybody
that were on
Leon
the Cowboys
Lett
teams. That's you, Coach.
I hate that you don't get
Marcus
10
Spears?
guesses.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he won. No, they didn't win one.
No.
Good pool though.
Yeah, it was a good
Brady
pool.
James didn't win one either.
Super Bowl champ for the Cowboys and the Bears. No, we need a Bear Bill. Bear Buck.
This is gonna suck.
Wow, this one's tough.
All right, we will just. Should we
Keyshawn Johnson for Cowboys Bucks.
Yeah. Well, he was a Jet.
Did he ever play for the Cowboys? He definitely played for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because Gruden's talked about him.
I'll do it. Nice.
There we go.
Buck Chief. This is hard.
It was almost Tyrann because we all thought he was going to sign with the Bucks instead of the Saints. Chief Bill is tough too. William Fridge Perry, Bears champ. William Perry, yep.
Oh, they don't have a picture of the Fridge.
Wow, unbelievable.
Did Leon Lett win a Super Bowl? Oh, Daryl Johnson's a great guess.
Oh, that's good. Bledsoe for Cowboys Bills. That's a good one.
Nice. Good pull. Kenny. Balala. What was the one you just said?
Drew Bledsoe for Cowboys Bills.
Nice. Drew Bledsoe looks like such a dickhead.
100%, dude. All-timer.
It's probably pretty cool, though.
You think so?
Definitely is upset at Tom.
Oh, he hates Tom.
Has to.
Hates Tom. I thought that was one of the best parts about the roast.
Yeah.
Just having Bledsoe there.
Now he just makes wine. He makes like $1 billion doing it too.
Yeah, he's not hurting.
Chiefs, Bucks. Oh, nice. Yeah, T.O. Cowboys, Bills. And who else did he play for?
Who?
Eagles?
T.O.? Yeah.
Niners.
Yep.
Cowboys.
As that was the question.
Bears.
I don't know many Bears players.
Yeah, me neither.
Sucks. I mean, these are two terrible franchises.
I know that's the worst
I
part.
guess they're historically very good, but Jay Cutler was a Bear.
Yeah, never a Buck or a Bill.
What about Lefty? Went to Texas. Quarterback. I was in the booth. He was a Buck for sure. Played under.
Matt Castle, Chiefs and Bills. Good one.
Nice.
Shane LeBlanc, shout out.
Nice. That's incredible.
Good one.
I don't know. I guess he was.
Sabrion says Blaine Gabbert for Bucks Chiefs.
Yeah. That's who we have to. I mean, quarterbacks are the way to go.
Yeah. My first thought's always Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Look at that picture of Gabbert.
That's a great picture. It's Lloyd.
Talk about
happy birthday.
Hell yeah, dude. There's some hilarious Gabbert stories out there. Whenever
oh my gosh,
was he with the Jags?
Yep.
And the Titans also.
Jags love their mullet quarterbacks.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, Minshew action. Bears, Bucks, Bears, Bills.
Matt Forte.
Buck or no, there's no Bucks KC. Good try, Fonz.
Oh, Sean Jeffrey. Cameron Meredith.
Are we just saying things?
I'm seeing if I can hit y'all with another team by saying players that played for the Bears.
LaShawn McCoy, Chiefs, Bucks. Yeah. Wait.
We're already filled there.
Good pull, though.
Yep.
Doug Flutie.
I don't think he ever played for the Bears.
He was a Patriot and a
Charger,
and a Bill. Did Jake
Mitch Trubisky, Bears, Bills.
Bears, Bills.
Mitch Trubisky.
I was gonna say
he's gonna be a high percentage because that's the only
okay.
one that I can think of, but it's definitely both.
Jake Plummer.
For which one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a feeling he's gonna be a high percentage because he was the Nickelodeon MVP.
He was. That was a shout out. Pardon my take.
Yep. So we've got Bears.
This
Bucks.
is the one that I don't have a. Brian Greasy.
Shane LeBlanc. Great. Wow, how about that?
Oh, Bob. This is it.
There we go.
Nice. Good work, everybody. Oh, we got it. Chris
Knocked it
Chandler.
out.
Greasy's a great pool.
That is a great pool. There's some good pools in there.
Good job, everybody.
That was good. That's a good way to finish it off.
Happy birthday.
At
Immaculate
9:01 a.m.
Grid win.
Yes. Just for you, Lloyd.
Happy
birthday,
boys.
Lloyd.
Thank you.
Great day. Great
Here's
show.
Bucks Akeem Hicks. Yeah. Almost LSU.
Uh-huh.
That was the throes of it.
Come on.
Hicks would have been a great number.
Oh, my God. Dude. Would have been electric.
But Greasy was an electric pool.
Yeah, it was.
Good job, everybody.
That was good stuff. Good stuff from the chat. Good stuff from in here. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Don't forget, watch some LSU baseball tonight.
I was thinking Doug Flutie, too.
State again.
I thought so.
We might see us in the box. Tonight might be the night to be in the box.
Birthday box?
Birthday box?
We'll be working, mic'd up 6 to 8.
Oh, yes, sir.
Birthday
yes, sir.
box.
Y'all going to be live during the game. That'll be good stuff.
Yeah, that
Make sure you
always
tune in.
that does give some great content.
Oh, yeah.
We will.
Oh, yeah.
Not talk to Jay Johnson, as he will be in the dugout.
As he will be coaching.
Because he hates those.
They're the worst. They really should get away from them. I agree.
And don't forget.
Yes,
We got
merch will be on the way soon.
We got merch.
And before that's on the way, head over to rowback.com.
More merch.
Code TIGERS, TIGERS, 20% off. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9.
Next promo code, can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Let me pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog? No, I can't. Love y'all.
Oh, no, you did it again, fucking asshole.
How'd you get me? Damn it. Please tell me his mic's on.
Oh, it is.
Oh, thank you.
He's upset.
Truce, Christian?
Oh, yeah, right. Love y'all. Somebody get blackout drunk for me tonight.